What is up? Good to see we're all doing well here. Oh! Boo, bad, boo. Bad. Boo. Boo. Hi, Pug. But yeah, we're gonna chat about this for a sec before I get going, so that as people get their notifications. Why does it rat you out? I don't know, but I think that's really funny that it does. I think because some people it doesn't, right? What the heck? How did you do that one so low? That was weird. Oh, that was my bad. I was gonna say. But yeah, this is tier list 1.4. And... oh. That was weird. There we go. So yeah. We're gonna... I think get started with this one, chat. Obviously, I think before Boo Rocco, indeed, Boo Rocco. Shouts to Squibble. I love Squibble. We're gonna start off though with a character that. Wait, hold on. I can't tell if this is... okay, good. So your eyes do not deceive you. There are two Garfields, and I think players that have been competing definitely know why, or if you have been subscribed to my YouTube content on YouTube, you'd know why. Garfield, with a Sugar Rush, absolutely broken. It is because he has an Echo Fighter. There's Garfield, and then there's Falco Garfield, and one is if you only use slime, of course. But no, Garfield with Sugar Rush is actually just straight up like one of the most intense characters you'll ever have to deal with. And I'm glad for the most part, TOs, myself included, kind of just said, nope, fuck this. We're nipping this in the butt right away. We're not allowing somebody to deal with this, right? Like, Garfield is just absolutely crazy. I've literally cheesed so many wins out just by activating Sugar Rush and then having it for a whole bunch of stocks. Like, dude is... and it's crazy, because if you go and look at my past YouTube tier list that I did, if you go back to it right now, you go to my 1.3 tier list, if you go back and look, I said that if anybody abused the original Slime Cancel Sugar Rush glitch that made it infinite, if you do that, you'll see here that I said if a bug or something happened to where it made it infinite, he'd be the best character in the game free, or if somebody abused that glitch, he'd be free. And now look at this. Top one, of course. So, Fair Play Labs, thanks for helping with my content of banning Garfield just for pure content. Shoutouts to you guys. You guys are the goats. Best devs. But we can revert the change to making him insane now. So, if you guys are watching this video, you guys can flip that switch and remove the Sugar Rush Infinite, because it's no longer needed for content anymore. Okay, we've had lots of big moves happen, so we can move on, right? But anyways, all joking aside, we're gonna move into the bottom tier. So NASB, I will say this: NASB2, as time has gone on, and we'll get into this a lot with a lot of these character discussions, is very much balanced, and that sounds surprising to say because, like, listen, what the heck is going on? Why is there a C tier, you know? But we're gonna be starting off at the bottom. Get Raph out of the way. No, you're gonna have to suffer, buddy. You're gonna have to suffer. You're gonna be kicking and screaming until we get to Raph. So you're gonna have to suffer, unfortunately. But right off the bat, Chuck, I'm glad you're here, because we're gonna be talking about your character first. Where is that little guy? Where is this guy? There he is. Zim, worst character in the game. So, here's why. Zim, I've played him a lot. recently, just trying to figure him out, enjoying him in friendlies. But Zim has a clear vision, especially at the top level with like certain reps who have been playing him on and off. And he can seriously blow people up. He has really good ledge guarding, really strong creativity. And I think that it's funny that I've kind of gone full circle from my first tier list of saying that this character was the worst to then saying he wasn't because of Nigel. And now, once again, why am I back to saying he's bad? Well, it's not simply that he's bad, but I feel that with perfect play, he's insanely good. He can keep up with the top tiers. He can keep up with like those high tiers, you know, in certain situations. But just like with Zim and the meta's focus now on becoming like kind of shifting towards like Slime Dash as an aggressive option to cover areas of space that you normally wouldn't have the speed for or drift for. Zim, when you take out Gur from the equation, which happens quite frequently, whether it's of Zim's own choice or not to do so, whether it's like the opponent breaking it or the Zim just makes a bad choice and then now Gur's falling off the screen, you know? Like, it's unfortunate, but that totally happens. And unfortunately, without Gur, you have to use Slime. And without Slime, and with your opponents using Slime edge guarding, you know, with Slime dashing and things like that, it just sucks. It really does suck trying to be Zim off stage, you know? So he just kind of gets yeeted. He gets booted, you know? And unfortunately for him, he kind of just, like, it just is really rough. And there are other characters that really struggle with, like, recovery for sure. But I think that with Zim especially, like, no other character has the over-reliance of Slimed purely for recovery. There are other characters that definitely enjoy using it for it, but, like, even they have a decent recovery without it compared to Zim, you know? So you have to be really tricky in order to avoid people, but just, like, it just sucks, man. You like when you're playing like that and you're playing not to lose, how can you play to win? You know what I mean? It's just eventually it's gonna stop working. And once this new meta of slime dashing that I'm gonna be making a video explaining and kind of talking about a bit more comes into like fruition across all levels of play and not just the very top, we're gonna be seeing Zim struggle a lot more, in my opinion. But moving on, because I felt like I was getting gaslit for the longest time the past couple weeks. I'm being told, this character is so good. What do you mean he's bottom one? You're an idiot. You're absolutely an idiot. You're absolutely so stupid and silly. Why would you think that this character is bottom one? You're so stupid and silly. And to you, I say, shut up. Because I'm not stupid and silly. I'm actually really smart and based. And that is why Nigel is bottom two. So, here's why. Nigel, I will say, I'll give it up and say that I think in the past few weeks, Nigel, since the patch, has kind of started to find a stride in this game in terms of, like, representation and just, like, player base. I will still say there really isn't a top-level Nigel player that's doing it, you know, that's getting the results. And even PugX, who many, including myself, would say are that top-level representative, is starting to shift away towards Patrick as a heavy hitter instead of just committing to their like talent and skill into Nigel, because it's just he doesn't have the ability to do so. And there are plenty of players who play him. Like there's definitely a Do the Fig, Bounty, Pug, others like who, you know, play him and they're very good at the character, but like there's not like a top representative really anymore of Nigel, which that's difficult to say that a character has like a positive look right now in terms of the meta. He's extremely floaty, he's really light. Sometimes it just feels like you just die because the other person like hit you with one of their strong moves, you know, not even like because that strong move kills regularly, but just like, oh, you're at 80%, didn't have burst, you're at ledge and you died on stages that normally you really wouldn't expect it. Now, regardless of that fact, with these couple weeks when I talk about like him like figuring things out, players like Bounty, players like Fig, who have been playing him on and off, I've been seeing stuff like just really good conversions on stages like Urkin, Rooftop, and just really good punish attempts, especially against characters that try to re-grab ledge multiple times. And things like Downstrong at the ledge are really good, considering they go right through the sides of some stages. at ledge. So it's like you can just edge guard characters like Jenny that take forever to grab that ledge when they use their up special, or just players who try to like air dodge to ledge or slime dash to ledge a lot. If you can like get that read, like it's really useful. But it's like you need more than like, and he has some explosive combos, you know, like with like dash attack slime cancels into rest and other things like that, like nair into rest. But like it just doesn't feel like he has a lot compared to even like the B tiers and above, you know. It's just like he needs more. And I think that in order for him to survive, I don't think he'll be number 2 for long, because I genuinely think with time, Gur could very well get better than him. Again, it just, these two are weird because like down here, when you're this low, it's like there's just like stat changes that could be made to make them slightly better, but they're also kind of flawed. I don't think Zim, for instance, trailing back will ever be much better than he is now, just unless like something really big happens to his recovery where he only has the Gur recovery no matter what. Because right now without like that, it's lights out for him. And that's how down bad I am again about Zim, because it's like he's good, but he can't do it, man. I'm sorry. But Nigel, I think, can do it. I think that we just need more time, and we need somebody to become that top level representative again for this character. Even though he has a lot of people playing him, it just doesn't seem like the results aren't crazy. You know, they're not making like top 8s repeatedly with him. We're not seeing that type of stuff. But shouts to Bounty. I hope that you continue playing more and more of Nigel, because you're good. But I'll also say this. Next character is a B tier. And so the idea behind this character and these characters in B tier is that they're behind the rest above them, but they are not the worst at all. They all, like, I'll say this, they're characters that you change their stats around a little bit, whether that's like you buff something or you add some more knockback here, you maybe remove some like minor flaw, and it seems like the devs are willing to do certain overhauls to the game, so it's not out of the realm of possibility for these characters to improve, you know, beyond like how they literally function. So I'll say this, Jenny, character has a good back air. The back air I think was nerfed going into this, and we have, I'll say this seems like it might be a spicy take, honestly, because recency bias. Players like Matador and others have been going off recently in terms of their top 8 placements. I've seen Matador repeatedly make top 8s of Chum and Go's and Pirate Toast Tuesdays, like literally like week to week. We've been seeing like that character do it, you know. Granted, we haven't seen that offline. We haven't seen that Lumi makes big moves. We haven't seen that really like anywhere that like is too big, you know. But Matador is beating people, taking games off of top players like Vert and like El Tigre of all characters, you know. So it's like, it's not like the character doesn't have potential, but I'm worried about like how she will improve. And I think that there is a spot for her in the meta eventually. And I will say this, I think that this Slime Dash meta that's coming up, that's going to start, like, you'll start seeing it. And I will talk about this a lot throughout this video, so just, if you're watching this, say hi, YouTube, because you'll be there as well. But pretty much, I think that things like that for her will be really useful, especially if you're able to hit Bear of all moves, you know, that and Snare, Slime Dash, Forward, Snare. Like, imagine you're hitting that. Slime Dash, Dare. Like, that might be what she needs to get into the meta. We haven't seen that much from anybody. So if you're trying to get some ideas, try to incorporate Slime Dash into your play. I don't know. I don't think she's currently up there. But this next one is also going to be, I think there's going to be some other growlings with this next take. That's pretty much all I've got. She does have, I'll say this before I move on, because I forgot to say this. She does have, like, some really good ledge pressure. Like, she has stuff that we've seen from Matador. Like, if she played more defensively, I think that, like, she's able to kind of keep up. Because she obviously can, like, keep up in that sense. Because she really slows the clock down when you play against her. Like, it takes forever already. So I don't know how much more you could slow your play down. Or at least be defensive. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like she has certain things, you know, like with her chain grabs and... But it's like, I don't know. I think maybe the missing key is Slime Dash stuff. But, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Moving on. This character, everybody's like in shambles with this patch. I swear, it's like a bomb like blew off all of the player base's hands or something. They're like freaking out. They're saying that this character's bottom 1. They're saying that this character could never come back. They're saying it's over. They're saying it's Pover. They're saying it's Plover. They're saying it's over, Plank Bros. Give it up. Like, I get it. I totally get it. I've been hearing though that like people are saying Plankton for some reason is like bottom 1. Like, what the heck? Who is? I don't understand. I get that he's worse, but I don't understand how. Where is the idea that he's bottom 1? He is literally so good. Like, there is certain thing. Like, I think he's still really good. Like, I think that there's been a weird decline in the amount of usage of him in tournaments, because like running 2 tournaments a week, I used to see like at least 4, you know, and now it's like I see like 1. But even then, regardless of that fact, the dip in the usage didn't stop his results from being really good, because at Let's Make Big Moves, Strawberry placed 9th with him. Like, he's obviously capable of being in the upper echelon of these giant events, you know, offline or online. He's still really good. So whether this is a wrong take or whether this is where he's at, like, I don't know. I don't think that he's like even this bad, but I also, like, as I was thinking about it, I'm like, I just rate these other characters above him. And like, I will say I agree, Happy, is that I think that he used to be a lot better. And I can totally see the quality decline in that. Like, he actually, like, you need to, like, have some gears moving, you know? But, like, it's hard to say. I will say this. I'm not too particularly clenched about the rating of the characters in B tier, because I honestly did move them around quite a bit when making this list. And the reason why is that I have a hot take in B tier. So I'm gonna start seeing the chat like move really quickly in a couple takes. So just stay with me, okay? So this next character, I think has started to figure out again, like, their stride in the meta, as well as just generally finally moving forward, finally having, like, I mean, they had a top level player like from the start of the game, but I think that, like, we'll see, man. Ember, emergency meeting. All right, let's talk about it. So Ember is one of the 2 characters in this tier that may continue to rise with time, and I absolutely think so. Players like Nintunist, Blazing Pasta, and others have shown off her ability at high level and top level, with placing well at high offline events, online events. Her conversions into upstrong or upstrong air, just depending on the weight of the character, and, like, you know, if they're large as well. Like, playing against Nintunist and just some others as well in my time, and watching them play and watching Blazing play, just has kind of opened up your eyes, as well as I've picked up the character recently, just as a character as well. And I think, as confusing as this looks, with players like Blazing using this character and pretty much using them up until like the top 8 of Let's Make Big Moves 2024, like making it to losers quarters with her, and only then having to switch to his annoying monster of a character, like, to continue in the bracket is pretty good. Like, if she's able to make it that far into a bracket, like, that's that stacked as it was, you know, like, that's not bad. Like, I think that B tier is like the line where viability starts, like, completely, because I just don't see a world where these 2 below, like, in this patch can, like, you know, like, do that, at least for now. Now, I'd love to be proven wrong, but I think Ember is, like, she's there. I think she's figuring it out, and I think she's only going to get better with time. Even if, like, let's say this was the last patch, I have a feeling over time she'd still continue to rise up in a tier list, like, if we, like, sped through the years, you know, if this was some other last patch. But I think that the one weakness she obviously still has is that recovery. And I'm kind of worried about where she'll stand in the air dash or slime dash, like, meta that's coming up. But, like, she definitely can do it. And I think that after playing her a lot myself and just seeing her, is that, like, she just needs to, like, keep being creative. And that's a player-based thing. It's just keep being creative with her, see what she can do. But there obviously are limits to that. So, like, similarly to Zim, like, you can only do so much when you're recovering your recovery is that bad, and like, it's so weird. But this is kind of a hot take, but I think that there are definitely other characters within this tier, especially the next one, that you guys are going to be confused about. And Happy, you almost had it right, but I swapped these two a little bit before the stream, right before the stream started, because I was debating on if I wanted to do this or not. So, next character that we'll be talking about is Jimmy. This is it. This is my hot take. You were close. It's crazy because I had these two swapped, and I was like, no, this is gonna be my hot take. Like, you were so close. Okay, so, in my opinion, Jimmy stocks are on the fucking rise. I'm hyped. I finally started playing this character. I'm actually labbing him out. I think it's time. Jim Bros, we're back. We're Joe back. We're so back. But, here's why. So, hot take, Jimmy with Leviathan, I think had he been there playing Jimmy, he probably will have placed at worst in top 8 or 16. And I think with him winning so many weeklies, especially ones like that one Powdered Toast Tuesday that happened with 45 entrants that had literally like half of the top 100 in it, and he won that from winner's side over Vert and others, and Alpha, and so many others who were just insane, you know? Like, it was insane to watch. The character, even with all of the bugs, is able to do things that look like he's playing perfectly, but it's just Jimmy. Like, it's just Jimmy. He has so many ways to play. He has so many things that are insane. Just, like, it's so hard to get close to touching him. Things like his, I believe it's like up throw, strong up air, like being pretty just easy to read the DI of and then just kill off of that, you know, on certain stages, really consistently. That, there's like the use of Toast. There's Goddard down air stuff that Leviathan's been doing that I still don't understand yet. Like, he has a ton of tech that, especially Slime Dash, he's fit into the new meta that's coming up. Like, he literally fits in fundamentally with the Slime Dash meta. He is the character that I think, like, I've seen benefit almost, like, of the character that I've seen, because obviously player base is dependent on seeing that happen. I think he's the character I've seen the most get the most out of the utilization of it. He's just so good with Slime Dash aerials and, like, edge guarding with Slime Dash. It's just, like, it changes how you see the character, because when you can edge guard like that so easily, it's insane. And yeah, like, he has very nice, easy, simple stuff. He has up throw, up air strong, up strong. He has just, like, tech that's good, like back throw, Goddard stuff, back throw Toast, back throw, like, whatever, you know, back throw, Slime Dash, edge guarding. Like, he has all this crazy shit, but then all of a sudden we're starting to see, like, the gears turn of just what's fundamentally possible. So it's like you can do anything from simple to advanced and anywhere in between, and you're only going to improve with time if you commit to this character. So I've started committing some time, not because I need to, because Granny carries me all the way, all the time, but just in case she gets nerfed, as I suspect will continue to happen to her. I have a backup in mind. But yeah, so we're gonna with this, we're gonna be moving into A tier, and all of these carry. So why are there two Garfields? So I have a different placement for him based on if Sugar Rush is banned or not. Because currently in this patch, with the Sugar Rush Infinite being a thing, and so many events running Garfield Sugar Rush banned events instead of just like normally, I have to rate him in 2 different spots. Because without it, he's a very different character. And we'll get to that, so stay tuned. So next up, this also had some debate. I'm not too pressed about the back half of this tier, because I have a feeling that it's going to be hard to rank these characters, but I'm comfortable with where they are in this, so feel free to get your rocks off yelling at me in the comments or the Twitch chat. So, next up is Squidward. You were so close. So, Squidward, he has finally seen his rise to fame and, like, hype, you know? All the players who have committed to him and stuck with him throughout the patches are starting to get consistent. We're starting to see a character who honestly, for some reason or another, is reminding me of like Smash Ultimate Luigi, in the sense that we're seeing like this character continue to like at least finally get results, you know? And they're not like crazy results, which is why I didn't put him higher than I would have like wanted to. He's an A tier now, because at least now it's like he works, you know? Like, he just kind of kills you, and if you do your combos well, then he kills you pretty well, right? Like, he just does, you know? But if he doesn't get his combos, or you catch him when he's trying to use rage, then he's kind of just getting, like, messed up, you know? He just kind of is like, oh, well, I guess I'll just die. And I think with him, it's like, we've seen plenty of weeklies with him, he has these touch of deaths with Bold and Brashes and Rage, and Connor J and other squids have really been pushing him. We've seen like 2 Squidwards a week at like Chum and Goes and Power Twist Tuesdays in the top 8, lower half at least. And it's like, I feel like these players of this character continue to improve, and they're only going to make this character look better and better. And it'll be interesting to see for sure, because I don't have much more to say on my cheat sheet over here. But simply that I think the player base just hasn't shown us everything yet that this character can do. And when they show us like even more, similarly to what we saw this patch in the past 3 weeks, we're only going to agree higher and higher with what this character could do. So, moving on. Another character that everybody's been moaning and pissing about, and whatever else you guys do when your character hasn't popped up yet. Make sure to get your predictions to that, who you think it is, in the next 3 seconds. But the character that I'm going to be talking about next is, again, a character that people are saying this character is bottom 1. He sucks. I'm done playing this stupid-ass game. This game sucks. They keep reworking everything and taking away all the cool things. Oh my god, I hate this game. I'm just going to simply stop playing until they fix this character, because all I can do is simply be lame. And I hate being lame, because this game sucks. Oh my god. So yeah, it's Raph. This is completely overblown. This character is still really good. If anything, I could have put him higher than this, because I do think that the Slime Dash stuff is going to make him really good. I haven't seen any of it yet. I haven't seen a lot of the Slime Dash edge guarding whatnot he has yet, but I have been playing a lot of Raph recently, and I did want to put him higher, but I chose not to, because I always wanted to see what everybody said. And I also think that, like, for now, until I've seen the Slime Dash stuff, I don't want to just make a read, you know? Move him up. Okay, so Lime's back, everybody. Lime's playing the game. We can move Raph up. Lime's playing the game. Let's go. Welcome back. I'll trust Lime on that. We'll put, Raph 2 perfect. Please change it. I'll put April behind. You'll be surprised as to where I put her. It was going to be here, but now it's going to be here. It was going to be right next to him. Right up on the fridge. So I think that, so I'll say this. I think Tofu and myself, because I have a secondary April, I think that this character fits in well with the meta. I think that, like, stuff like up throw and down throw into EX or normal down special, like, is a really good combo starter. You can also, like, just hit certain DI things, like up. I think you can hit strong up air off of it, or strong up air off of in, or something like that, and then it's on out, it's like snare. But I think I haven't been personally experimenting a lot with Slime Dash aggression yet with this character. But I think she's a character that is almost too simple for her own good, and I think over time is going to continue to drop in the tier list. But I think that also players like Max, who got to top 16, I think placing 9th or so, with the character, like, him getting to top 16 offline at that event is pretty damn good. I think that it's hard to say that this character is too much worse, because again, characters like Squidward, characters like Raph were literally nowhere to be seen at Let's Make Big Moves, as far as I'm aware. I did not see them at any of the graphics or anything. Max only got top 16 because you lost because of controller issues. Fraudulent placement. All right, we gotta move her to all right, so she's in bottom tier. Cheater character, cheater player base. Max, what are you doing, man? Tio, you're on an event, and all of a sudden you think that you can just simply win based off of a controller issue? Just play on PlayStation 5. Come on, guys. No, we're gonna keep her like right about here. I will say it's been tough. Like, she has matchups where I've been like, I don't know, but I will say I think that she as a character like is good. I think that her Nair is honestly really broken. Just it literally beats out like almost every projectile in the game. Just like the priority on it is ridiculous. It's so stupid. And you can play really simple and just win because this character is April, you know. But I mean, I think she leaves a lot to be desired in terms of like explosiveness, and we'll see how she does in the future patches. +1 if we're talking about April Nair. Yeah, we are. It's so freaking good. She's so good. If you haven't seen enough of her, you have to watch. She's literally just play simple until it stops working, and then turn the jets on, and then you'll continue to start winning again. Like, it's just good. Like, I don't know what to say. She's just good. But yeah, moving along here. You haven't played a good one? Yeah, I will say that too. Play against a good one, your opinion will change. Yes, Lucretio is very good. Also one I've watched a lot of. Where are we? So this is a character that I'm probably the least confident in placement, but like, I don't know, man. Like, what can I do? They don't exist. Like what am I supposed to do with this character? What does she do? Does anybody play this character anymore? Did they like? Where's Lily Bun? Is she beta testing still? If she's beta testing, I'll keep her here. Is she doing something? Is Fumbling opening the game anytime? Like, what does this character do? Can somebody tell me what this character does? Did somebody? No, Fig does not play her at all. Fig hates this character. They dipped. I'm down to do this. Fig, she's bad. Fig, if I put her in this tier, Fig, will you play her again? Fig, will you play her? Fig, if she's in this tier, can you play him? There's Kite. There's the only one I'm aware of is Kite. So yeah, so this character, from what I understand, she just doesn't have a player base, except Kite. Kite is the player base. Congratulations, the best player in the world. The character's kit, like, it's hard to know like how she does in the meta when like we literally have one player doing it, you know. She has good juggling with a strong up air, and she can swap with her stance and sometimes kill. Like, I got nothing. I don't know what she does. I haven't seen her since Slimebox. Yes, I agree, Scooter. I don't know. And I feel weird. I don't like how Lucy plays, and I still think Lucy is bad. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like she couldn't have dropped this much, you know, and then somehow be down here. Because I don't think she's non-functional. You think that's a take? I don't know. But I also don't know. I think she's good, but it's like hard to put her like confidently above like the rest. Like, I've seen good stuff with her, but it's like her problems from she's from the lighthouse. Like, she has stuff, you know, but it's like, I don't know. Like, she needs more, or she needs what she needs is a character or a player. I mean, she needs players, plural, because she has a player. But she needs at least 2. So, yeah, I'm sorry. That's all I got. So, moving on. Moving on here. So, we've got Azula. So, Azula did very well at Let's Make Big Moves, and she had 3 players making it to top 32 or higher. Anakin Skinwalker, I'm gonna butcher this, EFT High Mew, and others have proved that she, time and time again, is still just consistent. She's straight up, like, very consistent. And, she's a great character with an oppressive neutral, great ledge guarding and edge guarding, explosive kill power. She's gonna be good with the ledge dash, like, changes, or the ledge dash, slime dash, excuse me, meta. Like, she's gonna be good. She's gonna continue to stay good. I've got nothing more to say. So, good job, Azula. You think I forgot a character? Oh, I have 2 more. I have 2 more. So, here we go. Hot take number 2. SpongeBob. So, Sponge is a character that I think he's tapped. I think that this character, like, he's got what he's got. He is still really good. I think that he's a character that, like, we all know what he's gonna do. What is he gonna do? He's gonna up throw. Oh my god, here come the tomatoes. He's gonna down throw. He's gonna chain grab you. He's gonna up air you. He's gonna fair you after an up throw. You're gonna DI in a certain way, and he's gonna read it, and he's gonna hit you sometimes, you know? He's gonna hit you with up airs. He's gonna hit you with down airs. He's gonna spike you. His down smash is broken. You know? Like, he's a character that just does stuff. You know? Like, it's SpongeBob. He was way more broken in the earlier patches. Master Shifu, thanks for the follow. Like, I think that this character, like, I don't know, like he's great, and, like, hey, think of it this way. At, like, Revelo and countless others, like, were really good at NASB2. And there were 4 people using him at the top 32 or higher of Let's Make Big Moves 2024. And he's got the representation on and offline. And I expect him to only continue to do well or better, like, going into the future patches. But the reason I have put him here beyond all of this is just that, like, beyond just, like, what he does, is that I genuinely feel like with the Slime Dash meta, he's not gonna, like, he's gonna have stuff that can, like, work for it, but I don't think that he's gonna be, like, advancing much further than where he's at currently. He literally just, that's, like, unless he gets, like, some sort of crazy buff or overhaul or the game gets changed again, like, I think he's just gonna be here higher or lower, give or take, you know? Like, he's good, he's consistent, he's got player base, like, he's got what it takes. And, I mean, Azula is kind of the same thing, you know? It's like, she has stuff. She might get blown up when you get close, but, like, yeah. And do I think Donnie's ceiling is higher than SpongeBob's? And, yeah, that's the other thing, is look at the characters that are left and tell me that, like, is he really better than the characters that are left? Especially when Donnie's right next to him. And, yes, I absolutely do. And I'm making a whole video right now about why Donnie has a higher skill ceiling than SpongeBob, and just has a higher skill ceiling than what we've seen. I think, yeah, he's better right now, but later on SpongeBob won't last in meta because of how basic he is. I don't think that he won't last. I just don't think he can get better. Like, I just think that because of, like he's not going to be, like, he's not going to get worse. It's just that as people figure him out, like, he's gonna, like, kind of just stay the same. It's kind of like the Pac-Man thing, but less so. Where, like, in Ultimate, people have figured out how to use his items against him. But, like, he still is really good. And that's the same thing with SpongeBob. He doesn't have things you can use against him, but there's counterplay and DI that people, like, might still not know yet. SDI. angles that you have to know, just general counterplay stuff or general like ways to play the matchup that still, anyways, we gotta move on. But that's my take on that. So Donnie, this character with Slime Dash with Sparks, and we saw it on full display with Sparks. Slime Dash edgeguarding is insane with this character. This character is absolutely cracked with it, and like, go back and watch that, and he just outspaces people. You can play so defensively, but also like in your mid-range very well. And I think that this character just, he like does what Jenny wants to do completely better than Jenny wants to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just straight up better Jenny in like every way of the word. Like, I think that certain things about him could be better, but I think like that as we see maybe a bit more players decide to pick him up, as well as just advancing his gameplay in general, I think that we'll start to see his ceiling we'll start to see the floor of him continue to rise up as the ceiling is discovered and figured out more and more and more. So that's, I don't have a lot to say beyond that, but I think that like this character has figured it out, and I was definitely wrong about him in the last patch video, or the last tier list I made of last patch. But I just thought the bugs really hurt him in that. Like, that was that, you know. But I think that he controls space really well. I think that his slime dash usage is going to be insane. It's going to keep him up with the rest of the characters. And there's still a lot more that he hasn't done yet. That I think that once it's figured out, it's going to be insane. Also, yes, thank you, Riddell. Why are people not using his Nair like Cloud Smash 4 Nair? What the hell? Like, I started experimenting with it. It hits people trying to grab ledge before they can even get to ledge. Like, you can just fast fall, short hop, fast fall it. It just hits people before they can even touch ledge. You can delay it and then throw it out with a falling there reversed, and it'll just hit people as they try to jump or move out of it. It just is ridiculous. It kills. Strong up air is a freaking war crime. Like, why does that exist? I don't know, but it just shouldn't. It shouldn't exist. Like, it's insane. This character is like not. He doesn't have enough people with eyes on him. And I think that with that's big moves, why isn't he higher? Because he's just not better yet. Like, I don't know how much better he'll be. I have high hopes for him, but like right now, this is where I see him at, because he's definitely not better than the characters above him. I have a lot of praise to give him. How good do I think Krabs is gonna be? I don't know, man. We haven't even seen we haven't seen a single move of Mr. Krabs yet. He is gonna be in the game. I think he'll be on the tier list at some point. But next character, Garfield's the last character in or not Garfield. Donatello's the last one. So in this tier. But next up, this is another placement that I feel like is maybe a bit like negative, a bit too pessimistic. We don't talk about leaks here, if there was any, but I mean, there's still no way to tell if a character is good just based on a picture or like a video of a leak. You know what I mean? Like, it's not how it works, unfortunately. As much as I would like to know exactly how good he is. But next character might be a bit of a pessimistic take, but this is where I have him. Danny. I think he's got plenty of good ass stuff. I think his projectile is still really broken. I think that he's got the player base, like, you know, top level representation with Choco and others. But I just think that, like, we've seen Choco and others just not do as well, and they haven't been as active recently. So I just think that, like, these characters are not, like, I don't know, like, it's hard to say. Like, he just isn't. I don't want to call it recency bias either, but it's like, I just don't. We're already on Danny. I move fast, law. This has to be a YouTube video. These kids don't have. They have TikTok brain rot, so they gotta keep up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Danny, like, good down tilt, good combos. There's just not enough players. Force me off of Ember. Like, yeah, like, I I think he's obviously a good ass character, but it's like we've seen higher highs, I think, than what we've seen from Danny since the games come out, besides maybe like the double up B like wave shining. And even that wasn't like crazy. You know, we didn't see Danny win every tournament when that was a thing. And even I think it's still a thing, unless I'm wrong. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, and I'm not confident on this one, but I feel like that's because we haven't seen the character like at high level in quite some time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's not my most confident placement, but like, it's hard to say when, like, I just don't see. Like, it's like you know what I mean? Yeah, no, pre-nerfs, he was top 2, and I had him there. Believe me, he was up there. He was up there, you know? Like, I had him somewhere in the top 2 or 3. But, yeah, like, I don't know. But, yeah, that's where I've got him. I don't have much to say on him, unfortunately. And, that's kind of going to be the same thing I'm going to reply with this character. Gerald, put Family Guy back on? No. Family Guy funny moments are dead for now. But Gerald, character that does very well, has good projectile play. His baseball is just nuts. He's got some really good option selects with bike and his down throw. Like, he's got just dumb crap all around, you know? Like, he's a crazy character. Top tier. Just gives a lot of characters with up special combos. You DI one way, you get nared. You DI the other way, you get strong nared or fared into drag down into down throw reset or something. And, like, it's just messed up, man. Like, I don't know what more to tell you. Listen, Happy, where are the Dannies? If he's so much better, where are all the Dannies? He's still doing well when he exists, but he hasn't exist in like 3 weeks. Then Tunis is playing Ember, and then sometimes Danny, but we're not seeing like 50 million Dannies doing 50 million Danny things. Ah, shut up, ninjas. Ah. Also, you play against 3 of them like every bracket? What do you mean? Well, shut up. Also, they're not winning. If they get top 16 or 32 of like a weekly, I don't care, because it's a weekly. Fraudulent streamer, actually real. That's a major my guitar. Yeah, please whip out the Danny more. Like, he's good. He's in top tier. Like, there are characters I think have higher highs right now, and I think are easier than he is. Like, I don't know, like, how hard is that to, like, really, like, I don't know. Like, he's just not, he's definitely more difficult. Ember is funnier. Her down throw up strong shit is just bullshit, and it's hilarious. But yeah, like, Danny sucks. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Buff him. Buff Danny, devs. Next up, we've got none other than the unbanned cat himself, Garfield. We need to buff Danny. I'm serious. We need to buff him right now. Fair play if you're listening. Simon, get on it, man. But yeah, Garfield, without Sugar Rush, that's big moves, was able to place 9th. And, I mean, that should say enough about his placement. Without his best thing, he's still doing, like, really good. And with it, he's obviously the best character in the game. I think that he's still a very good character. I think that his movement speed's a little slow without Sugar Rush. With Sugar Rush, he's absolutely insane, because obviously it's infinite. But I think he's up there. I think that this is also one of those weird takes, because I have characters above him that, like, I think are easier and better than he is, but I still think Garfield's like a top tier, S tier, like, type of character, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say because we haven't seen too much Garfield. Well, I mean, I'm rating him, how high would you, if he would be, well, he's right at the top of the tier list, Tessie. If I was rating him with Sugar Rush, he's all the way at the top in his own tier. He's the best character in the game, banned for a reason. But With fixed Sugar Rush? I don't know. We haven't seen it. He's never had fixed Sugar Rush. It's always been broken. He had infinite Sugar Rush last patch. In 1.3, he was able to still have infinite Sugar Rush. Like, I think that... Like, I literally talked about this in my last tier list, that you could use Slime Cancel to have infinite Sugar Rush. And I was like, if it was ever infinite forever, he would just be the best character in the game. I literally talked about it, and it happened, and then he was the best character in the game, so we banned him. Like, it happened, and then it happened. So, I don't know what else to say. He was good. He's got some stuff, like, that's, like, not the greatest. I think his recovery can be abused, you know. He's a little slow, like, can sometimes feel almost stubby, like, in certain situations, I'd say. But, I mean, he's generally a good character, and if you play within his capabilities without Sugar Rush, then he's very solid. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. Yeah, definitely not top 1 without Sugar Rush. It's, like, ridiculous. But that leads us to our next character. And Beavers. I actually had them a lot lower than this initially, but I've played a lot of Beavers, and I've watched a lot of Beavers, and I've seen Tafar's ability with Beavers at Let's Make Big Moves, and just seeing everything and experiencing it, like, this character is literally the definition of thanks for trying to play the game character. Like, Nori with this character, they are so good at Beavers and just making it feel like you just never get to play. Like, when is it my turn? When the hell is it my turn with Beavers? When does your combo end? When does the advantage state stop? When are you ever exploitable off stage? Like, when? This character is insane. Like, quite literally, he's insane. How do I throw a tomato? You have to do it in the channel points redeem. So, one thing you gotta consider with this too is that as much as Beavers make it so that it's a when is it my turn, or when is it or thanks to trying to play the game type characters, you know, like, there are characters above that are easier to play that straight up just, like, are as consistent or could kill as easily, like, you know, than that what Beavers can do. And I think that as Beavers continue to get pushed, and as soon as we start to see more of it, we're going to be starting to see, like, this trend of just Beavers doing whatever they want. But I don't think that about the current state of what we've seen from Beavers. We've seen that he gets stuffed out from certain characters. We've seen that he does well offline at majors. We've seen that he's very good. But at the same time, I think there are still other characters that just straight up do better. And in an easier way as well. So with that, we're going to be moving on to Kora. Kora, very good character. Has literally never not been good. Let's see these stats real quick. Kora had, I think, 3 or 2 players in the top 32 of Let's Make Big Moves. And she's just straight up, like, consistent. She just combos you. We're starting to finally see usages of Bear and other things. She just does whatever she wants, you know? Like, she's going to very much fit in with the Slime Dash meta that's up and coming and in development as we speak. I can only imagine how annoying Snare is going to be when you have this character zooming at you at light speed, just killing you, you know? It's gonna be insane. Like, she's still so good every single patch, man. It is such a night and day change from how she was in NASB1. Please bring back NASB1 Kora. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, bring back NASB1 Kora. It's just so crazy. Oh my god. But we're gonna be speedrunning this, so moving on. We all know there's not much to be said about Kora. It's Kora. Just say, what? I want to be her? Just say I want her to be bad? Yes, I want her to be bad. I want her to be terrible. I'd rather her be bad than be what she is. Patrick. Patrick did well at Let's Make Big Moves. Who would have been surprised? Best player, ranked, I think, like in terms of ELO and stuff, is just very good, you know. Pugex now plays Patrick, so we're going to be seeing this character a million times a day. Character is really easy, gets a lot of reward off of stuff. Dash attack, slime cancel into side special is really good. I think that he's super hard. Yeah, he's super hard. I think that this character, though, kind of got, like, as easy as he is and as good as he is, and as insane in terms of his edge guarding is with, like, sup air. I think, this character, like, has, like, just, like, he can do so much, right? But, like, at the same time, like, he kind of got blown up in ways I wouldn't have expected when, like, with Bucus and others who were playing him, like, weren't able to, like, beat characters like Rimpy. They weren't, like, what, hold on, let me look at the exact, let me pull this up real quick. Like, Bucus placed 8th or 7th and couldn't beat Ember. Like, how do you not beat Ember as Patrick? You know what I mean? Like, Blazing, you're talented, but how the hell is Ember beating Patrick? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying. Exactly. So if he's big and you get comboed, how can you be better than characters above you who aren't big and don't get comboed as easily? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He's great, he's insane, he's stupid, and he's easy. But he's not top 3. I don't think that. I used to think it. He's not. Ember's a queen. Slay. He's complex. Bowser, even. Oh my gosh. But moving on. Speaking of Bucus, the other half. Character is the most represented character at Let's Make Big Moves with 5 whole players, like, playing him in the top 32. Bucus Kukus is insane with this character. Bucus Kukus, by the way, is spelled with U's, not I's. Completely wrong. Bucus is, not Bucus, Reptar is just good. We all know what Reptar does. He's just good. He just is fundamentally good. He's never not going to be fundamentally good. Check DMs. Okay. You gotta say get on. Oh, Bucus Kukus. Bucus Kukus. He did not play SpongeBob. I don't know how that happened. It's so funny. But anyways, like, Reptar, like, just, you know, he's just solid, and he's still very good at all levels of play. And he still does extremely well, like, top level, you know? Like, and he's kind of just been like that. Granted, he seems to have a falling off point, because he's big and gets comboed, and we're starting to see that from players like Blazing. But, like, what do you... Like, you know, like, what happens when you get comboed a bunch? You have to eventually make that up somehow. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to. But we've got 5 characters left. So where are they all? So, next up. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy, very good. Had a wonderful performance at Let's Make Big Moves 2024. And I think that this character is just crazy. We haven't seen enough of him, but we have seen a lot of him from... we have seen a lot of him from Blazing and others. But, like, this character is just... Frame 4 up special. Just has an insane back air. Like, up air juggles galore. Side special just makes him so well in terms of just, like, recovery. It makes us like, when the heck can you stop him? EX side special means that you can just fly around the whole map. Like, pretty much, it's just really good. Like, come on, man. The character itself just... I don't know. Listen, it's a take, but he's good. He's good. He's heavy. He just doesn't die. We haven't seen the counter usage yet, but that thing, I've experimented with it. That shit's stupid. Why is Gertie so high? She's insane. What do you mean? If somebody gifts me 5 subs on Twitch right now, I'll drop Granny 5 tiers from where I put her. If you do it right now, I'll do it. I'll drop her 5 whole ass spots from where she is right now. 5 subs. All it takes. 110 subs for 10 tiers. So yeah, I do think that she is a top 4 character. She's so easy. She carries you to victory so easily. Anybody that plays her, you knew what you were doing. Kudo, he's coming up. There's like 3 characters, man. You already know how good he is. Or do you? Or do you? Grandma is just so easy. Like, F strong is too good. Down strong, like, hurtbox shifts her completely. And it's frame 6, by the way. Frame 6, killing move that when you try to finally get in on the grandma after all of her strongs are so long and so big, and you think that you can finally punish her when you get that parry, nope, she slam cancels down strongs. You're dead. Bye-bye. I play her, so I would know. Slime, things like strong nair into fair are just nuts. Like, once you get that in the blast down, you're just cooked. She definitely can get edge guard in certain situations, but I mean, she also is going to be insane with like the slime dash meta that's coming up. She has plenty of moves that take advantage of it. I know you're carried. I know I'm carried personally as well. He's just insane, or she's just insane. And I think that this tier list has a lot of hot takes, but the main thing about it is that that is for this patch. And I think that, like, with this patch, like, we have seen characters get worse, but I still think that Granny is, like, still just as good. She's still super easy. Most of her stuff from the that was removed still works just fine. Yes, her side special keeps getting nerfed, but when it hits, it still hits, and you can still kill with it just fine. Like, she's still really good. Next up, Rocco. Still stretches you out. Got a wrist slap. Still plays very well. Dog is good. The spunk is good. His combos are still good. I suck. Okay. So, he still has a ton of shit. Oh, maybe I'll go to the bathroom, Kudo. Should I go to the bathroom? So, he still has a ton of shit going on, you know. Rocco plays, you know. FPC, you know. You're lying. You're lying. FPZ, I know. I know you have to save grace for the devs. No, he's bugged. What's so bugged about him? Does he have the thing now again where, like, Rocco or Spunk no work? I haven't seen it yet. What is it? I've been playing a lot of Rocco and I have not seen whatever the fuck is so bugged about him. Like, I genuinely have. Like, I'm not even, like, bullshitting. Like, I've been playing a ton of Rocco. What is so bugged about him? What's broken? What am I missing? What is bugged about Rocco? If Jackhammer breaks or despawns, your control of the dog goes away? Alright, we're moving him back. Alright, he's back there. I have not had that happen to me yet. I've had my Jackhammer break and despawn, and it has literally not happened. I've literally never had that. That's crazy. That's not happened to me. I've literally been playing Alive recently, and I've used Job Jackhammer, and that shit has never happened to me. Alright. Go in the lab. I'll try it. I'll take your word for it, but I have not. I swear to God. Like, is this real? Can anybody else confirm this to me? Do we have to... After my tier list, I'm opening the game, because we need to see if this is real. Is this actually real? I swear to God, I've never had this happen to me. I'm, like, not joking. I'm not joking. I've been playing, like, 3 people online. I've never... I do! It's like Subway Surfers for me. Okay, anyways. Final 2. Why is Danny bottom at best here? Am I playing NASB1 or 2? Hey, in NASB1, he worked perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with him in NASB1. He was like the only functioning character. Danny is Danny. He's just Danny. But if you're just getting here, Muzz, if you go on my YouTube channel, you can actually rewind the live stream and then go back to that moment. But, yeah. So, here we go. Here's the Aang placement that we've all been looking for. Top 2. Or 3, I guess, if we're counting Sugar Rush Garfield into this equation. I think that I thought this character... Whoa, too high. I thought this character was really good pretty much all of the patch until I experienced this character. Not only Sego, but Vert, Skyjay. There was like, how many of them in top 32? 4? Like, this character is so good. And we're just gonna skip Aang, because we don't need to talk about Aang. He sucks. But, Tigray is just insane. Like, he's so fucking good. He's so easy. He is literally so easy. Aang is good. But, like, El Tigre is gooder. He is the goodest. He is the like, what, however, he's the great. He's the greatest. He's just too good. Too good, too easy, too stupid. El Tigre, I'm an El Tigre hater. Aang is in the wrong game. He should be in Multiverses. I don't understand why, like, who... According to Far's tier list, Aang is playing on hard mode. Kudo, this is gaslighting 101. I know, there's no way. There's no way Tafar thinks he's hard. This character is so easy. He never gets nerfed. He somehow always survives the nerfs. The only nerfs he gets are when something doesn't work like the way it's intended on accident, and then he gets nerfed. Like, he posted a week or so ago. Aang is not hard. There is no way. That's a gaslighting tier list. Is that one tier list that we made where it was like the worst tier list of all time, and it was like made with like other top players? Oh, the first week of the game. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much why. But yeah, this is my tier list. Feel free to send hate onto my Twitter. My tier list. But yeah. Actually, hold on. Before I do this, I'm moving Granny, because this... I don't know if she's top 3 now that now I've moved Rocco, because I did not think she was top 3 before. So we're going to move her... to there. Alright. There we go. Good. And break. Just put Pat top 3? Okay, I'll do that. There we go. Now we're good.